Alright, y'all. I'm back. I'm finna continue the marathon with the Underworld series. I'm gonna look at the notes and get what I gotta get out the way, and I'm gonna go. We got Underworld Awakening. Now I'm gonna give a small story time because I ain't gonna make this a long review or a long talking my ass off kind of shit. When I first saw this after coming off 1, 2, and 3, I viewed 1, 2, and 3 without being hyperbole as Star Wars, you know what I'm saying, 1, 2, and 3, the original, you know what I'm saying? What's that? New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi? That's how I view 1, 2, and 3. Or for horror, Saw 1, 2, and 3. That's the only horror classic movie where the first 3 are classics to me. Halloween, Chucky, Michael Myers, Freddy, Candyman don't do that. Saw do. And Underworld do too. This ain't horror, it's sci-fi horror, whatever. The first 3 is classic. So I remember as a young guy in my 20s, when this came out, it was like they come out every 3 years, from the first, second, third to fourth. After coming off the first 2 and then a prequel, I'm like, we set up for a fucking historic, you know what I'm saying? We can continue that prequel, you know what I'm saying, years after the original war, or we can go to a new timeline, which Awakening does. Now I'm gonna get the cast and the budget out the way and I'm gonna go. We got Kate Beckinsale, she the legend of the franchise, that's Celine. We got her daughter, India, what's her name? Elsley? Whatever, I pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. That's Eve though. We got Theo James, that's David, I would get into him, but his backstory is more for the next one, Blood Wars, so I'm gonna leave it at that. We got Michael Ealy as Detective Sebastian. We got Stephen Reed, that sounds like damn Walking Dead. That's Jacob, and then we got his son, Chris Reed, as Quint. This had a budget of $70 million and a box office of $160 million. They eaten. It's the same producers and creators and directors from the original 3, from Kevin Greedy's characters, Lynn Wiseman, and this is actually directed by Maz Millard. That's my little notes for the thing, and now I'm finna get to it. When I originally seen this back in the day, like I said before, it was good, but it wasn't, I kind of didn't like it, and I'm gonna get to the negatives at the end of the review when I rank it how I rank it. But this movie kicks off with, like all movies kick off in the Underworld franchise, it's telling you about the origin stories of the war from the Evolution, part 2. You know what I'm saying, how she killed, you know what I'm saying, Marcus and Victor, blah blah blah. Her and what's his name? Her and Michael's little story. So she giving a little backstory to that. Then she say, now we've been cool for about 7 years trying to rebuild the covenant, trying to get things back on deck. That's when the discovery of vampires and lichens was discovered, because if you remember, the legend godfather, Alexander Corvinus, was like the god of the underworld. So when the lichens and the vampires fight or kill each other, he sent his death dealer squads to clean up the mess so the humans never get aware. Since he died in part 2 from Marcus killing him and blowing it up, because the thing about elder gods, they can't die from guns and bullets. The only way they can die is really like decapitation or explosions. As you seen, Victor got his head cut off and Alexander Corvus got blew up in his compound. My point is, he died in part 2 at the hands of his son. So now, when a vampire or a lichen attack a human or each other, it's nobody to clean up, or, you know what I'm saying, this ain't like Harry Potter where you can put the, you know what I'm saying, what's that spell they got where you, memory charm, you can erase a nigga memory from what they seen? This ain't that. So once he died, werewolves, lichens, vampires are dying on the street and they get discovered. So the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the movie, they showing, like, you know how disaster movies are. They showing all the humans discover the lichens and and vampires, exterminating them, killing them, woo woo woo. It's a company called Antigen or something like that, where it's like, I fuck all the spoiler shit. These are controlled by the lichens, but they clearly like Lucian in human form. And they acting like they the CDC to clean up the werewolves and vampire problem. So the movie kicks off with Celine giving her little exposition for that. Then it shows the flashback with her and Michael was getting haunted, because a lot of the werewolves, let's say 85% was wiped out, and when it comes to the vampires, let's say 70% was wiped out. Like, all the covenants are gone besides, you know what I'm saying, some characters who wasn't talked about or mentioned in other previous movies are alive, clearly. Now they in the front row of the characters. So the scene showing her and Michael escaping from the humans, stop, it's getting me emotional. They shoot Michael with some, I guess some hybrid or vampire bullets. He fall in the water, dying. How? So Celine jumps in the water trying to save him. They go to the water, all the humans shooting the fucking guns, all that kind of shit. And then they throw some kind of bomb in the water. And as she's trying to get Michael and like swim with him away for safety, the bomb explodes under the water and they separate. It's a 12-year gap. I mean, a 12-year skip where you hear a bunch of shit happening in the background. Celine is in a cryo state, you know what I'm saying, hanging upside down in like a meat locker, and you hear all the like antigen employees and guards like, subject 1 has escaped, subject 1 has escaped. Whatever happened, I just watched this damn movie last night. I forgot how she got out. But I guess she wakes up like naturally, automatically on her own without being disturbed. Or I think her daughter break her out. Whoever, I don't know how it happened, who cares? She gets out and a small little fight to escape. And now, y'all already know, she got Alexander Corvinus blood in her and Victor blood. So she technically one of the most powerful vampires in the entire franchise. So she can read minds for like her daughter, and she can read minds of the scene like elder guys can. So she have a little fight, jump out the window, and she on a search. That's when we see Michael Ealy's character, Detective Sebastian. He, with his partners, they looking at a body that just got ate up. It look like it's a lichen attack. His partner like, it look definitely what does it look like? It ain't a vampire. He like, how the fuck you know? I've been doing this shit for years. You've been doing this shit for 3 months. Don't talk when you know what you're talking about, but just listen more. Cause he like, personal with this. He was married to a vampire, and when the raids start happening, instead of taking herself in and getting killed or experimented on, she went out into the daylight and died. They don't talk about that story till like damn near the end of the movie. I'm getting out the way now. So he do an investigation, letting you know he a main character. Then he get a call, he go back. That's when we get to Celine. She keep having an urge for like, she keeps seeing small signals and flashes of, you know what I'm saying, or whatever shit. So she going to that instinctually. You can see Alexander Corvinus blood in her in this one that you really didn't see in part 2. When she fought Marcus, she won because she the main character, but Marcus was getting at her. But she was fighting him strong because she had, you know what I'm saying, Alexander Corvinus strain. In this, she way more brutal with the humans and fast. Like, they aim a gun at her, she pull a knife out and supersonic run, slice all 3 of their necks before they even get a shot off. Like, she brutal. She stuck a gun through a guy on some Michael Myers did that. She stuck a gun through a guy, shot him in the neck. Like, she way more brutal, but it's understandable because they damn near extinct. And the humans don't give a fuck about lichens, werewolves, or vampires, or hybrids. Everybody gotta go except for humans. So they on a hunt. So now, David finally creeps up on her, and cause he getting chased into like a little underground shit is where lichens hang out now. They can't do nothing. So he getting chased and he jumps over a barricade and flips, and she pulls the blick out on him like, fuck you doing in here? He like, don't shoot, don't kill me. I'm one of you. And then he showed a little eye situation so he could verify he a vampire. They get to talking, rapping and shit, and they talking about what's going on in the world, blah, blah, blah. That's when they come around the cut and see Celine's daughter. Celine don't notice her daughter yet, but it ain't a mystery or a secret. They talk, chop it up, and find that out in the next scene or two. But they see the girl, they talking to her, woo-woo, that we can't leave her. She clearly a hybrid or something like that. So she told her, and they get in the little van, start driving. That's when we see 3 lichens chasing the van. One of them trying to kill Celine while she driving, shooting, fighting them. The other one busts through the windshield trying to bite David. He put his hand through the Lycan's face and opens the knife, raw ass scene. And then one Lycan jumps in the van because he opened the sliding door and bites Eve. But she a hybrid and she got elder blood, and I think she potentially got Lucian's blood in her too. So she's super powerful. That don't kill her like it would be anybody else. She also, what make her cold to me is, you know, I said in the last review, Michael got the ripped face like he did William. That's his special move for Lycans. But he rip it with force. His daughter, she rip heads like paper. You could see this the next generation. I thought this would have been a great movie to be called Evolution instead of Awakening. I get why it's called that, but part 2 should have just been called part 2. Because this is really evolution in this. We got next level hybrids, next level Lycans. Everything Lucian and his doctor wanted to do is done with, what's the name? The father? Jacob and his father. Jacob is the father and Quint is the son. They are basically doing what Lucian would have probably wanted to do. These are his descendants basically. They got a lab, they control shit more than the vampires do. They on the they act portraying as humans, and they got Celine's daughter in there for years, 12 years experimenting on her. They trying to make themselves immune to bullets, daylight, etc. Everything. And when I say Lucian is a naturally bigger Lycan, in his Lycan form compared to his human form, they genetically transforming they Lycans to be way better than what Lucian got shot by Craven with a silver nitrate bullet and it killed him. That won't affect them. They got natural heal ability as humans and Lycans. And what make Dude more powerful, as the most powerful Lycan so far to me, is because he can Lycan out without being a full Lycan. Like Lucian can do shit like a Lycan in his human form, but he can't be a human and turn his arm into a Lycan claw or his face. Where Quint can turn any body part into a Lycan and the other part can be human. And he instantly regenerate as a human or a Lycan. Dude cold. And throughout the movie, they go to the secret covenant. I don't want to talk too much about that because that's going to be spilling into the next movie. But when they come in with the hybrid and Celine, the doctor come up, give her a little blood, do a little test. They like, we see she a half-breed. Woo, 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 you fell in love with the Lycans. You done killed our fucking elder guys. We shouldn't even be fucking with you. But they know they can't kill her. And they know technically, she can be elevated to an elder god position in the new hierarchy because all the bosses dead. We got Alexander Corvinus, the original Corvinus strain, dead. We got Marcus and William dead. We got Amelia Fine-Ass dead. We got Victor dead. And Lucian dead. I think Raz dead because Victor killed them. And Fine-Ass Sonya died in the prequel. So all the elder gods are dead. So Celine and Michael and all these new motherfuckers, but I'm thinking in my mind, where the fuck is Coleman from the prequels? He didn't die at the Rise of Lycan War. And the bitch, I forgot her name. She was talking a lot of shit during the council meetings. So it's like a lot of characters could reprise their roles, but they wasn't in here. And I'm okay with that, but I'm just thinking out loud. My point is, after that happens, it's a scene where they give her blood and they realize that she a half-breed, blah, blah, blah. That's when it's an invasion of the Lycans. They come in, blah, 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 get to killing vampires. A nice little middle of the movie fight. And that's when Celine just found out about Quint, this extra 20 feet tall ass Lycan who can regenerate. He beat the fuck out of her. You know how the middle of the fight of a movie where the hero gotta lose to the villain before he realized I gotta regenerate and do a little strategy and figure out how I'm gonna win at the end. That's what this scene is entail. She get back and see a Lycan done bit David and scratched him up. He finna die, cause he ain't no half-breed or no hybrid. Celine is so elder god, she sticks her hand and restarts his heart. They show her hand go inside his body, restarts his heart. So now this bitch is Alexander Corvinus, basically, elder god status. She can bring a nigga back from the dead. I ain't gonna prolong this too long. We at the end anyway. We get to the final fight. Dude, Quint and his father Jacob been talking all movie like, We at the final phase. We need the girl to die now. We got all the medicine out of her body, all the blood we need. We can make everybody like you. Super soldier likens, basically. I even been taking some of your serum and it's working on me. If we could have everybody under our command like you, we'd be unstoppable from humans or vampires. He like, I wish mom could have, this is what Quint said, I wish mom could have been here for it. And his dad, Jacob, like, man, fuck all that. Your mama chose to be a human. She didn't want me to turn her. He's like, so fuck her, don't think about it. They're like, yeah, I know, Pops. That's when the final fight happened. Celine breaks into the Lycan energy compound, blows it up with some 007 ass shit. Then she tells Michael Ealy's character, that's your cue to come in. He got the shotty and a couple guns, killing werewolves and shit like that. I mean, Lycans, doing what he do, trying to help. That's when you can see the final fight, which I thought was kind of off. I thought it should have been parents versus parent, kid versus kid. They got Celine fighting the super soldier ass Lycan, which is Quint, and they got the daughter Eve fighting the father of Inogen, which is Jacob. I thought it should have been more like the parents fighting and the kids fighting, because Eve is the most powerful hybrid anything. And so far, the Lycan, Quint is the most powerful Lycan so far ever. So that'd have been a good fight versus two elder guys of the species. They didn't do it like that and it was okay. She beat the fuck out the old man, Jacob, snatched his throat out. When she turned into her little hybrid, her whole body, first of all, she can't strip her shirt and get naked like her dad, but her face is so vicious and it's just perfect. And then, when it comes to Celine, she getting her ass beat the whole time, and it's looking like a mismatch. Like, she don't supposed to win this. He's smacking her around, throwing her around. She's stabbing him here and there, but it ain't really working because he regenerates instantly. So she gets the motherfucking dynamite, stick it in his stomach, pulls the latch, and throw it at him like, yeah, nigga, what? He like, bitch, I regenerate easily. That don't hurt. She like, that's what I intend. She throw the pin at him. He like, oh shit, and explodes. Happy ending. Time out. It ain't no fucking happy ending. This shit pissed me the fuck off. He's been shown all movie to transform one part of his body or any part. I don't know why he couldn't have turned his hand into a Lycan hand, clawed the fucking hand inside his stomach, took the bomb out and threw it, and regenerated itself. That was stupid and I didn't like it. That's why this movie finna get the rating I'm getting. And the second thing I hated about this was Michael. They nerfed the fuck out of Michael. He the first hybrid. I see his daughter was gonna be stronger than even him. But he shouldn't have been able to be captured or potentially killed and at the end of the movie, they look at him, he froze upside down like a bitch. They just totally nerfed him. It's like Neo in the Matrix after the Matrix Part 1. You can't have Neo in here helping Morpheus and them at the freeway scene. He's too powerful for agents. That's how they did with Michael. He's so powerful, the story don't last. Like in X-Men Days of Future Past. If you keep the Silver Speed guy, you don't need to have all this shit with Mystique. I don't want to get all off topic. My point is, sometimes you make the main hero so overpowerful that you gotta nerf him or not him be in the movie. Like Superman can't just fight Lex Luthor, because Lex is a human. It gotta be Super Megs or other fucking Zod creations. But I ain't finna get all off topic. That shit just pissed me off with Michael though. And I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now. But the total thing I'm gonna give this movie, I was thinking about a 7, but the Michael shit, I can't give it a point off just for the Michael shit or the death of Quint. So I'm gonna give this flat out an 8 out of 10, and that's how I feel. This movie was actually better than I remembered it, because I was more upset back in the day with how it played out than rewatching it a couple times this week before the review. But this is an 8 out of 10 to me. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna feel the same way about Blood Wars, because that's coming up tomorrow. But enjoy the video. ZZ the King, your favorite horror channel, and I'm out.